Hey y'all.
What it do, good people?
We are back, y'all. I know we have been MIA. Well, first, this is listening to
Sade
and Bridget Renee. Thank y'all for tuning in. We were just having a conversation about it being the second part of the year. Like the first half is gone.
Yeah.
And I feel like the first half of the year for several people is like just been a common thing where it's been rather rough. I know for me it has, and I know some conversations I've had with individuals. Been a lot going on, just a lot of things going on, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be bad all the time. It's just a lot of things happening at one time. You know what I mean?
Life definitely been life, and it's gonna continue to life for sure. It's just trying to navigate through those different changes. It's definitely been rough for me. I definitely have switched positions as far as the course of work I do, learning new skills, being around different people, and different personalities. That could be a lot for me sometimes because it's like, it's a lot.
It could be overwhelming.
Definitely could be that.
I know for me, I feel like you hear people say when a lot's going on in life, just take one thing at a time. But realistically, and I feel like I just learned this year, right? I have had so many situations happening where I couldn't take one thing at a time. So that caused a lot of stress and anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I found myself having panic attacks. And I'm like, girl, what's going on? And it's not necessarily because of that particular situation being so stressful. I literally have to do I've had to do so many things at one time. So it wasn't a pick and choose. It was like, well, this guy get done now, this guy get done now too. That need to be done in a few minutes. But I got to do that right there. Like, you know what I mean? So
I'm trying to compartmentalize all of that.
Yeah.
To iron out the wrinkles.
Yeah. And I feel like until recently, like I would say the last couple of weeks maybe, or last week, I just got to a place where I'm like,
breathe.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just want to do a mental check-in with y'all to see where y'all are. Because I feel like the first half of the year for me was very mentally challenging. Very mentally challenging. And even though it was, I can say that I feel very blessed with the outcome of things. Which, when you're always in a storm, it's hard for you to see the end, the light at the end of the tunnel. But I also feel like a part of me has been like, I don't know the word. I don't want to say numb because that's not it. But it's just like maybe the expectation level was there because so many things were being thrown at me at one time. If that makes sense.
It do. It do.
Yeah. So.
It's been a pivotal year for me. So I just feel like I've been pivoting. I do feel as if things have been thrown at me, but I feel like I have matured enough to learn how to different with and navigate the different experiences that I've been challenged with.
Yes.
So I wake up every morning and this prayer has been working in my favor. Like, Lord, please give me the strength to deal with the challenges that I may face today.
Amen.
And just allowing myself to shift in certain situations because I have been tested to where I'm just like, you know what? I try not to show up as my old self and try to show up as a more mature and wiser version of myself. Like, let me just take a step back, breathe. Me breathing has never let me down. Me taking a breath, just like, let me just breathe. Sometimes I count to 5 or 10, depend on the situation. If I count to 10, let me count to 10, let me count 10 down.
Yeah.
So I do feel like this has been an eye-opening year for me and a pivotal year and a blessed year for me.
Yeah.
It hasn't been like all bad. Of course, we're going to have our challenges, but it definitely has been a learning and eye-opening year.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like I've received so many blessings this year. On the flip side of that, it's sometimes hard to celebrate the blessings when it's like you're so drained from the fight.
Yeah.
It's not like you're ungrateful. Yeah, but I found myself, I'm like, oh, that's great, Bridget.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That hit home. I feel
yes. it's like, and I've been wondering. I think it just came to fruition now, right? Because I've been wondering. Like, I felt like in some situations I'm supposed to be a lot happier, but I can't be. And I realized that now I couldn't be as happy because I'm so drained. Like, it's like
I definitely understand that, and I'm also learning happiness is a choice.
It's definitely a choice. Ooh, it's definitely a choice.
And I had it took years for me to learn and realize that happiness is a choice. How you wake up and what we find happiness in.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just happy to wake up. I'm happy to have another chance to become a better version of myself. Happy to just walk outside, let the sunlight. I be doing grounding work. Like, I'm learning about grounding work as far as like my feet touching the grass, the earth, being out in the sun, meditation. They say hug a tree. Haven't got that far yet, because the energy that the trees give. But I'm definitely with you on that. I've been in a place like, congratulations, I'm tired. I did it, and it's like just trying to find that piece of happiness. It's a choice.
It is definitely a choice. And I feel like, to be honest, the things that have transpired this year, I've been able to navigate. I wish I could celebrate.
I'm sorry.
I've been able to navigate through those things because of my choice.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is happening that's not the greatest over here, but I choose to focus on this. I choose to make this my priority. Okay, now that's finished. Okay. Then something else will happen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Snowball effect.
Yeah.
That ball be getting big, boy. Blah.
Yeah, it do. It do. For example, and I didn't see this, right? So I have, for my job, I have a review every year. So that review just ended the end of...
I remember you telling me about that. Finishing, yeah.
Yep. It just ended the end of June, right? So I had submitted my email. I'm like, whew. It just like a weight was off my shoulders. And I look down at my phone and I get an email. So I relocate. I'm moving to another area here in Greensboro. So I look down at my phone and I say, oh, okay. I see an email and it literally says my furniture was delivered. And it was sitting outside. It was sitting outside.
Oh.
So I was like, right.
I'm sorry. I was excited. It was the new furniture from, I just heard new furniture. Okay.
And I was like, so it was immediately like, okay, a lot of pressure off to almost a panic attack, because I'm like, okay, well, this is not the day it was supposed to be delivered. It was supposed to be delivered on this day. And why would they leave it outside? So how I'm supposed to move it? Like, what I'm supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So my mind automatically went from,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because at this point, and thankful for great neighbors already. Like, you know what I'm saying? To let me know that. Because it could have stayed. But I ordered from this place, and this particular, it was 2 pieces of furniture that I got. It came from a third party vendor. And they delivered it beforehand. And that would have been nice to know, because I didn't know that. Right? And that could have saved a lot of heartache, because at that point I knew, like, okay, yeah, I can fit this in my car. But when I hear furniture delivered, right? And even though I know they gonna bring it, they gonna set it up, they gonna do all this stuff, but in my mind, I'm just, the furniture has been delivered and it's sitting outside. That's because what else are you? They don't know what it is, or you know what I'm saying. So I'm just thinking of all this big stuff just sitting in the yard. And what I gotta do?
I gotta get a chance to breathe.
Yeah. So it's just been, I feel like that's a good example to say that's how everything has been running since April for me. So that's 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point where I'm having okay. Hold on, y'all.
Give me a minute.
Just hold up. Because it's like everything was happening. And literally, I can't finish one thing because I got boom, boom, boom. So that's been it for me. Hopefully everybody else has had a better time. And when I think about it, when I think back over it, I handle it so good. Because even still in situations, people wouldn't know how I really feel. Like, you know what I'm saying?
just listening and hearing all this stuff, I feel like God's setting you up for something better and teaching you how to deal with different situations that may arouse back to back to back. He's, I feel like, strengthening you and putting you in a position to learn how to deal with it and to navigate through. Like, hold on, okay, I need to do this. I need to do. He's setting you up for something greater, and so right now it's a challenge for you, but it's also a lesson. And strengthening you for the next level. That's all I'm hearing.
Yes. And I'm thankful for their strength to be able to even handle it as good as I have been.
Yeah.
Because me, I air punch
punch walls. Like that movie, Dad can't even think of the movie.
When he was air punching.
When he was air punching.
When his brother got
in the hood. Boys
wasn't the hood. Yeah, yeah, so that's how that's how it would have been. But now it's just like, okay, girl, just take a second. And I'm also proud of myself for recognizing when the panic, like the anxiety, because I was able to, in a sense, swallow it. Like, okay, hold on, y'all.
That too.
Let me go sit down. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because that could be really bad. Like, for somebody to have like 2, 3, 4 panic attacks in a week.
That is. That's
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Stress is a silent killer.
It is. So I'm just thankful. Like, I'm just thankful through it all. I'm just thankful. The strength that I have had to use and things that I have had to learn in this process. But I do definitely feel like that God has set me up.
Definitely setting you up. I appreciate just the more of the self-awareness and more so identifying my triggers. So when I see something that triggers me, I remove myself, or I try to figure out, why is this triggering me? I try to dig a little bit deeper and not react so impulsively. So I'm thankful for that this year, and just being more in tune with myself and more connected with myself, because I have to be with myself every day. So if I'm more connected with myself, I can pour more into others, pour more into my children, and show up in better environments such as work, relationships, and etc. So
you know what?
Proud of that.
Yeah, that just made me realize too that I feel like God is not only setting us up for something greater, of course, but He's also setting us up to learn ourselves.
That part.
Better.
That's go forever. That's gonna be for everything.
It is
forever
to learn, to see your growth.
What?
Because I'm just saying, like, in these past 3 months, I have really seen my individual growth. Like, I've seen it, and to the point where I'm so proud of myself. I'm like, girl, yeah, like, I'm really proud of you for handling that the best. Like, because to me, that's the best way I could have handled it.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how I would have handled it before. So it's just, I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful. I feel like I'm starting to come out of it. This is the second half of the year. People look forward to the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But I was talking to a really good friend the other day, and she made mention that she looks forward to July 1st. Because oftentimes fiscal years end on the 30th, June 30th. It's starting a new year for business. Like, it's just so many things. It's the second half of the year. You know what I mean? So we're in the second leg, we're in a new quarter, like all that stuff. It's amazing.
It is. And as you know, as you grow,
Yeah.
So that's what I appreciate throughout this first half of the year. Continue to keep growing. Because I used to have impulsive anger. Oh, ooh,
girl. Also,
I won't mean, but I would act impulsively, like with anger. And I feel like emotional intelligence is really a big deal. It's a big thing.
It is.
I had to learn that. I wasn't taught that. I had to teach myself emotional intelligence. So I'm proud of that too.
Yeah, I learned recently. This same friend was talking. She was saying because grief, right? And I feel like we talk about grief in a sense of someone passing a lot.
Ooh, let's hear it.
On the flip side of that, we grieve so many things in life.
Oh yeah, jobs.
Yeah, friendships. Yeah. And she made mention to me, like, I could tell that I was angry, like in this angry stage, right? But she put in such good perspective to say that I feel like right now you're just grieving and you're in the angry part of grief, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had this conversation that particular day. That night, I scrolled on Instagram or something, or Facebook, whatever it was, and I see this young lady talking about what her therapist told her, and she was saying anger. She was talking about anger, and she said the anger that you experience in life is the part of you that loves you the most and knows that you're worth more than the situation you're currently in.
I respect that. That's true.
That was so deep.
That's true.
Like, and if I think back over any time that I've been angry, or anybody close to me have been angry, right? Like, it's because we're put in a situation where we know that we deserve better from that person. Because to be honest, as you get older, like you was just saying, like, you used to be angry, whatever. As you get older and more in tune with yourself, only certain stuff can make you angry.
Right. Only, you said something there. Only certain things.
Only certain things. Only certain people. Because I give you now, and it's also not about somebody giving you what you give them, because we all know that everybody gives different things. But it's some basic stuff that you should just be able to give people.
I agree. Don't give me material things. I feel
no.
like pouring to me, right? So it's like people try to. How can I put this? If I'm at don't pour into me materially. Pour into me more spiritually, and share some wisdom with me, some whatever. That's how I feel. If I'm coming like I'm over here, I want to leave with some type of relief. That'll be important too. I gain some information. Just something that's gonna make me better. Like leaving. Like I feel better leaving here. More so like drained leaving a space. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you realize everything? I'm saying like in relationships, whether it's your romantic relationship or friendship or whatever. Everything you want in life from a person is free. You realize that?
I haven't. Put me on game.
I was having this conversation with another one of my homegirls, a really good friend, and I was telling her about a particular situation, and she was like, I just don't understand, because everything you want from a person is free. Like you were just saying, like about the materialistic things. What I want you to give me, I don't want you to give me materialistic stuff. I want you to give me something free. I want you to give me communication. I want you to give me love. I want you to give me wisdom. I want you to love on me. Yeah. Like everything that's free. It's very free. So if you're not willing to do what's free.
But some people are not free of themselves. And they can't give what sometimes we ask for that is free, like you said. They don't give that free because they're not free. So they're not giving it to themselves, so they can't.
Ooh, child.
They can't give it to.
You said a mouthful.
Because they're not even free.
Ooh. That's a whole, we can talk about it. That's a whole episode. Being free.
Being free. A lot of us are not free.
That's why it's, when people say, people raised off love and people raised off survival, they can't really coincide. And I get that, right? Because to an extent, it's just hard to meet the demand of one or the other. If you're not, you know what I mean? On the flip side of that, what I will say is, as an adult, and as an adult that has been to therapy, and as an adult that takes the time to listen to people and pour into people, I can definitely say that it's definitely difficult to coincide with people that are not aware of themselves and refuse to get extra help, or because I'm this age and I've been doing this for this long, this works for me. It's difficult. Because the truth of the matter is, you can learn love and you can learn survival. That's the truth of the matter.
That's deep. That's two different things.
Yeah. You can learn both. Like, you can learn it, right? You can learn how to love and you can learn how to survive. Because when you leave home, whether we want to admit it, now I don't care if you were what they say, a true fun baby, silver spoon in mouth. It's a form of survival.
That's another episode. You can learn to love or learn how to survive.
Yeah.
I came from a survival background.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really witness a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
And that you show it different in spaces like that.
You do.
You show up angry.
Mm-hmm.
You show up mean.
Mm-hmm.
You show up not giving a fuck.
And going back to what I was saying earlier, that's a part of grief.
Mm-hmm.
And change. You grieve a lot in change.
You definitely grieve a lot in change.
Yes.
You said something there.
Yeah, you grieve a lot with change, period. Because when we think about grief, when we talk about in a sense of death,
mm-hmm.
we're grieving a change.
We are.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm. The change is living without the person.
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing the person no more.
Every day, or being able to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So we grieve changes so bad. I know I grieved when I moved from North Carolina because that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? So it was a big change for me. And then to be there and being in a toxic work environment and stuff like I can go wide enough for that. Like, with people that I know.
Yeah.
And be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the factor too.
Absolutely.
I had a conversation yesterday about jobs, and somebody was asking me if I felt like they should stay on this job.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, do you have people you can trust
mm-hmm.
and confide in? Because the truth of the matter is it's not going to be perfect anywhere you go.
No, it's always going to be flaws.
Yeah. But as long as you got people that you can trust and know they got your back, because I didn't have nobody I could trust at my last job. You know what I mean? It was just like a dog-eat-dog mentality. So that was a change for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every day is not a good day. You have days where it's very women on your job or whatever. But as long as you got somebody you can trust and somebody that's got your back,
mm-hmm.
your perspective change, especially when you're in different situations. You start to see things differently. So I think that's important too. That's an important factor.
Absolutely.
Having that support, just like in life. Life is so much easier with support. Like,
life is so much easier with support. You could thrive in support.
You can.
It makes you want to thrive.
Yeah.
You just have support.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything. Somebody just showing up, just being there. They might not even have to say nothing, but they're there in your presence. Telling you can do it, telling you got this. And I believe in iron sharpen iron. Like,
yeah.
Hey, people need that support.
Mm-hmm.
People need to hear about themselves, especially if you see their potential, they can do something. Tell them to get their ass up and go do it.
Yeah.
Because the world needs their talent, their gift, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm. All the time.
Support your folks.
Support. Show up. Be there. Even if... Because here's the other part of that, right? When you show up and you be there, you do have the expectation of people showing up and being there for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's completely fine for you to be like, you know what? I don't like the way you support me. And I think it's okay to exit stage live.
I think that's great to say, because that's a form of communication. That's also just teaching someone how to treat you and know what your needs are. Mm-hmm. Because we don't know what the next individual needs is without them expressing it.
Yeah.
So I can't read your actions, but I can read your actions.
Yeah.
It's just best to hear it verbally.
I need people in my corner that's going to know when I'm short, or, you know what I'm saying? Like Bridget, you okay? You good?
Or you're not showing up as your best self.
Yeah.
What's up? Like, hey now.
You good over there? What's going on?
That's what I like. The iron sharp iron. Like, hey, you're not showing up as your best self. I know you could present it this better. Mm-hmm. You're good at this. What's up? You like this, or even you did great in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, keep going. Don't stop what you're doing because you're great at this. You're really good at this. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we do need to hear that too.
We do. I just think when we talk about where we're at mentally, that's when we need people to show up for us, right?
When you're silent, you really need people to show up.
Yes. On the flip side of that, make sure you're showing up for other people. Because don't have the expectation that I need this, and this, and you can't give it.
It need to be reciprocated.
Yeah.
I'm big on I'm big on that.
Yeah.
Like, I need reciprocation.
Mm-hmm.
Dedication.
Yeah.
So, all right. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's good, y'all. I'm happy that we had this episode. I hope that it resonates with y'all. And we'll be back more on a consistent basis because it's the second half of the year. And this part of the year is just going to go a lot smoother. It's going to be a lot better. I'm claiming it. Things are in order. God has our steps ordered.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's been like a lot of new beginnings. Like
It do.
I love that for us.
Me too. We've been working, y'all. So
Yeah.
bear with us. We're some working mothers out here.
Yes. But it's all good. I feel like things are smoothing out.
And happening the way they need to.
Yes. Whew. Well, thanks, y'all.
Thank you for listening, and we are back.
All right.
Stay tuned. And again, y'all better get you some wine.
And get on it.
Oh, yeah. Tabitha's coming out with some wine June 21st at Target. One of them is called Love Y'all. Forgot the name of the other one. And it's a vegan wine. Go get some of Tabitha wine. It's going to be called Tabitha's instead of Target.
Oh, it is. Because she